Gets it to LeBron for three for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer!
Gordon cuts through. They go to Barrett. He'll turn and shoot for the win.
Bingo!
We have a much better intro. I just haven't uploaded it yet. Ori put together a phenomenal song. I have better clips. I feel like you guys are gonna like it. I'll have it ready. I'll have it ready for next week.
Also, have it ready for the season. You know, when the season kicks off.
Yeah. When the season kicks off, there you go. That's a good idea. What's going on? You want to tell me about some Halloween costumes? No.
No, not right now. No, I still got to figure out what to be this year. Either going could be a Teletubby. I know it's always a fun one. Maybe.
Hold on. What do you mean you need to find out what you dress up? Like, do you go trick or treating? You go door to door, get some candy?
I'm gonna still go to like a Halloween party. Maybe take my little cousins out trick or treating.
Do you dress up when you take them out?
Of course. I love Halloween. I dress up every year.
I love Halloween too, but I don't dress up. I take the kids out.
You should.
So I've always So I've never enjoyed Halloween actually. Like all through our college, like I always had like one. Like I would always like pick out I would always have a friend lend me a costume. Like, I just always like never had one. I'm like, oh, like what am I gonna buy one for? Then just one year, like it was after the year after I graduated college. Actually, I'm like, okay, I need to buy a costume actually, just because I need to actually get something. So I bought myself a Fred Flintstone costume, and everyone in the party that I went to. You don't know Fred Flintstone?
I know who Fred Flintstone is.
I was going to say, you look
lived through that. Flint was, a child when Fred Flintstone came out.
We were actually doing trivia
yesterday. When I was born, Chris, we actually were the Flintstones. We walked around barefoot in stone huts. Yes.
No, but it's literally all I go as this year. Not this year. It's like every year I wear the same one. But now that I have a girlfriend now, like we're gonna have to do something cuter this year. But we'll see.
Matching costume outfits.
Probably we'll see.
I love Halloween, but probably for different reasons than you guys do. I really like scaring and being scared. I like going to like haunted whatevers, and I think it's rubbed off. So this year, my 11-year-old Fluent Jr. Is dressing up as Jigsaw from Saw. Last year, he was actually the last 2 years in a row, because it was an expensive costume, so he wore it twice. He was the creepiest Pennywise the Clown for 2 years. So it's
nice.
Like, he does not watch any of these movies, but he always picks the best costumes.
Scary ones.
We went to there's a place maybe about 20 minutes north of where I live. I think it's called Brooks Farm, I think. And they do like a whole haunted, like the whole farm changes. So it's like corn mazes, but there's like killer clowns jumping out of the corn maze to like attack you and kill you. Like they have an area that you walk through and it's like all like, it looks like nothing. And then zombies come out of like the woods and go after you. You have to walk through this covered bridge, and there's like a person there just like trying to like, and then you hear voices from the cornfield just screaming, "I'm gonna get you!" Like it's been. So the first time we went, I think we made about 15 minutes, and my wife had to take my daughter back to the car. She's like, some kid, maybe it was a kid, I don't know, ran out with a knife and was stabbing himself in front of her. And she's like,
oh my God.
Some houses take it real serious. They have a whole setup.
Brutal.
Yeah, and then you get on there's like a instead of a hay ride, like you get on like the tractor with and they take you around, and it's like this creepy story about this haunted thing, and there's like people that like they're throwing stuff at the track, not the tractor. You know what they pull? The tractor pulls like if you ever go apple picking, you sit on those like benches or those hay bales. It's like that. So they're coming up like where you can't see them and pushing up against the side of it. And boom, here, and they're screaming and they're telling like ghost stories. It's fantastic. Yeah, she made it 15 minutes back in the car. Like she was like done. And then you won't know this, Chris, but Jalen will. There's a place in Toronto called now I'm going to draw a blank on it. Castle Loma. So it's an old castle, and every Halloween they transform it into like this haunted mansion, and you walk through it, and there's underground tunnels, and it's creepy as all hell. And for Halloween one year, my wife was like, "Okay, I know that you love this stuff. And so she took me. She got us tickets and we went. And she was like, hell no. There's like a thing where the room collapses in on you. She goes, you better hold those walls apart and make sure that, because like literally the walls are like this and you're like, and there's people grabbing you from like through these like thick. And she's like, you better hold those walls. So I'm walking through like this, holding the walls open so that no one touches her, because she's like, ow. Anyways, all right. That's enough about Halloween. We're a little early. We will do a Halloween show. What we're actually here to talk about. Chris has Giannis as the best player in the world. What?
I don't even know who that is.
I'm not mad at that. Like, that's not the craziest take.
It's Raptors HQ.
Yeah, like
all things Raptors.
Yeah, I don't know if he's trolling or if it's actually someone who I'm just drawing a blank on. But
Do you have the ESPN list?
I could pull it up right now if
Okay.
like, yeah
pull it up, because I feel like we should start there.
Yeah, for sure.
And then go through our list, and then we can kind of, what I want to do is maybe just say the ESPN list. Jalen, say your 10 going into the 2025, or who you think are going to be the top 10 players this upcoming season. You do the same, Chris. I'll do mine, and then we can fight out. You can all give in.
And like, do you maybe want to instead do one at a time? Like, we all give our 10, we all give our 9.
Okay.
I feel
sure.
I feel like that builds suspense. I always like doing that part better.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah.
So you'll do the ESPN 10.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Once you pull it up, Jalen, you have your 10 ready, because I know you're never prepared.
I'm a 10 ready. We're good to go.
I don't believe you.
We're always ready. We always ace the test, baby.
I'll tell you right now. I know who Jalen's number 1 is. You ready?
LeBron James.
I mean, it's not, but shout out LeBron. He the GOAT. Look, I was like, what, year 23? Man, it's just.
He's so well. He pulls up that list. He is so full of crap.
What do you
Which
mean?
one?
Everything. He
Jalen
was
or LeBron?
He was so nice and respectful at the opening.
LeBron
The
is
opening
so
Lakers
full of
media day.
crap.
Do you want me to share my screen, or do you want me to read it off? I'll share my screen.
Okay, share screen.
Yeah,
sure. So let's see their 10. No criteria was given, correct? Or did they pretend to give criteria?
The only criteria they gave was specifying that it's a projection for next year, which yeah.
Fair.
All right, so they got Jokic 1, SGA 2, Luka 3, Giannis 4. What the hell? Victor 5, Edward 6, Steph 7, LeBron James number 8, Kevin Durant number 9, and Jalen Brunson number 10. Okay.
Wow.
That's
They
their
put SGA at 2.
Yes.
yeah.
That's just so wild.
Well, hold on. Just okay. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go number. So take off ESPN's, because they don't know. Although maybe they know a little bit what they're talking about. They got a couple right.
I don't think it was that bad.
I think they got a couple right. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna go number 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll go Jalen, Chris, me. Number 10.
Number 10, I got Devin Booker. I did Devin Booker this year with no
Wow.
Kevin Durant there. I think it's just. I think he could easily lead the league in scoring. He should have all the shots in the world. Going to do a lot of playmaking. He's going to be asked to do a lot, so he's going to really have to step up his game. So I just think Devin Booker really should be a top 10 player.
Devin Booker. Chris.
At my 10th spot, I have Anthony Davis. Obviously, he's going to be leading. He's going to be probably like the first time since he was in New Orleans that he's like the alpha dog in the team, because even if you want to debate Kyrie's not going to be there. So it's going to be AD by default, and I think the Mavericks have a very solid squad. So I think the AD will do a good job there.
So at number 10, I had 3 players. I had 3 players because I argued with, do I pretend if they're all healthy? Do I take into account like a player who might be higher but isn't going to? So I had, because I think he's going to come back halfway through the season. And your team, Chris, is going to love him for it. I got Jayson Tatum at number 10.
Okay.
And
I thought he was going to sit out for the year for sure.
No. See, and so I bounced around. I did bounce around with like a Jalen Brunson, a Kawhi Leonard. Like I had a couple of guys there. Jalen, did I say? Yeah, Jalen Brunson, Kawhi Leonard. Like those were the 2 other main ones I was thinking. But I went Jayson Tatum because I think he's going to come back, and even half a season of Jayson Tatum, you'll see he's like, that's why I say for next season, you'll be like, okay, he played like a top 10 player, even though he only played 36 games.
Disclaimer. Yeah, he's not on my list. I just didn't rank him just because like I'm
It's of injury. In there if you want.
Of course, yeah. So it's all different guys for number 10. So yeah, already off the bat, but yeah, cool.
All right, number 9. It's always you, Jalen.
Number 9, I got the GOAT of GOATs, year 23, LeBron James. A year 23 top 10 player is just unheard of. I mean, so to keep on doing this, I think it's going to be great. I do think, Luka will maybe take a bit more, should improve and maybe even have a bit more usage this year. Like seeing him, losing a little bit of that weight. I think LeBron, again, at this stage of his career, maybe I think he might take a little longer to get into the groove. He might start the year off a little slow. We'll kind of have to wait and see, but I still think he'll be a top 10 player. I think this will definitely be his lowest scoring year of his career besides rookie year. I think he'll definitely drop to possibly below 25 points, I think, for the first time. I think 24, 23 could be a thing. We'll kind of have to wait and see, but I think he'll be a top 10 player.
All right. So you got
LeBron James.
at number 9, Chris.
At my number 9, I have the GOAT shooter of all time, Steph Curry. I don't know. I don't really know what to think about him, honestly. He was red hot to start the year. Then when ice cooled and then Jimmy came, got hot again. So like it is like a full season with Jimmy and Draymond and now Al Horford. Is that going to really help him this year? I don't know. But also, is the Jonathan Kuminga locker room smell that's still going to be there this year? Is that going to hurt them too? I don't know, but it's still Steph Curry at the end of the day, one of the most impactful players in the league. I have him at number 9.
It's a trifecta of GOATs at the number 9 spot, because I have a GOAT at number 9 as well. Almost identical reasoning, and I think this will be his last year in the top 10. But I also have the GOAT shooter of all time, Steph Curry, at number 9. For all the reasons you said. Whole season with Jimmy. I think he's also going to get some more open looks, which is crazy to say about Steph, but I think they've really created some good depth with Peyton and Seth and even Horford coming in for those 15-20 minutes that he'll play. He's not going to be looking to score, but he's going to set a mean ass screen, right? That Curry's going to slide out from and get a nice pass. So he's going to get some. He's going to get. He might play a minute or two less, maybe 3, and I think at his age that's a good thing. So he won't be expected night in night out to drop 30 points. But so I think that also will give him, a little bounce back year. Not to say last year was bad, but a little bounce back year. Number 8. We're at number 8. Number 8.
Yes, I mean, you guys.
Music. All right, go.
I mean, I just have Steph one spot higher for all the same reasons. He's still Steph Curry. The shooter's going to stay with him. He's a guy I think that's just going to age really well, and he's going to play in the league a very long time. I still think he has several years ahead of him. The shooting will always kind of stay with him even once everything else goes away. So, but what Fluent said, I think it's his last year being a top 10 player. It could be. I think it very, very well could be. I think it depends on some of the
there's young guys.
Just nipping. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I definitely see that too. Yeah. So Steph though, number 8 seems like good.
Number 8. All right. So just one spot higher than us. All right.
Yep. And Jalen, I have So both of us flip flops to number 8 and 9. I have LeBron James at number 8. Honestly, the guy who I have at 7, it was 7 through 9. It was literally it's neck and neck. Like I've changed my mind on all 3 of those guys for the past couple all summer long, honestly. But yeah, at the end of the day, I did decide to go with LeBron over Curry, mainly just because he's just been more consistent year in, year out. So though Curry may have better regular seasons, but if I'm building my team to win a championship, I think the LeBron, even at this point in his career, is still slightly easier to build around than Steph.
At number 8, I have. If he's healthy this season, let me just tell you right now, if he is healthy this season, this team is a legit championship contender. A legit championship contender. They are. I love the makeup of this team. They're bigs, they're guards, as long as one of them can get back on the court and healthy. I got Anthony Davis at number 8.
All right.
I like Dallas a lot this year. I think people are going to look back and be like, that was a good trade for everybody. So I got Anthony Davis at number 8. Like I said, if he's healthy, Kyrie looks like he's working out and he might be okay. That, just that team of they brought in another guard too that I always forget. I know he's not big, but coming off the bench, I think D'Lo's going to be nice for them. Lively and I always forget PJ Washington and Gafford and Davis. Like they've got the guys to get it done. So I like how that's going to look for him. So let's recap quick. So Jalen, give me 10, 9, 8 again.
I had Devin Booker, LeBron James, Steph Curry.
And Chris, you had Anthony Davis, LeBron, Steph.
Anthony Davis, Curry, LeBron.
Anthony Davis, Curry, LeBron. Excuse me. Yes. All right. Number 7.
To me?
Always you. It's when I say a number, it's always you.
So this is 7. This is where people are going to probably disagree with me, but
yes.
Hey, he was last year's MVP, great champion. I got SGA as sorry, he's 6. Sorry,
what?
My bad. Wrong now. Kevin Durant. My bad. I jumped the gun here a bit. Kevin Durant here.
You should have stuck with SGA. That would have made headlines.
No, it's all Kevin Durant here.
Oh, he'll make plenty of headlines with
Kevin Durant, when healthy, any given game could still be the best player on any court. I think his shooting efficiency, scoring efficiency is, again, any game could be the best in the league. I think, again, it comes down to his health. And if he's healthy, I think he's a top 10 player in the league.
Kevin Durant at 7.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Jalen. Yeah, everything. Yeah, I have him at 7 as well. Obviously, yeah, it's the whole when healthy part. When he's on the floor, he is a. I think he's top. I think you could easily put him at number 5 on this list. The Suns last year were a very good team with. I shouldn't say very good. They were a good team with them on the court, and they were the worst team in the league with them off the court. So like what I think they were like 2-11, 2-13 with them off the court, and like a over 500 team with them on the court. So yeah, just his overall scoring efficiency numbers has always stayed the same, and though not the best, not as good as a defender as he used to be. Still a top 10 player in my opinion.
Shut your damn mouth.
Kevin Durant's not in my top 10. Number 7 for me is because I'm expecting him to take a big leap forward this year. Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama at 7. I think coming back, he's healthy. He looks good. He grew another inch. I don't know why people make a big deal of that. I don't think it's a big deal, but I'll say it because everybody else said he grew another inch. Yay. Okay. But I think just the team was tanking to get ready. I think they're at that point now where it's time to start winning games. Because otherwise they're going to create a losing culture, and they learn from what Philadelphia did. They're not going to trust the process. They need to start winning games now, and I think they're set up to do that. And he's going to be the catalyst because again, he's going to be a two-way player, right? His defense, I think, is what catapults him up that high for me. He should lead the league in blocks, easily this season. Yeah. Number 6.
We got the Canadian last year's MVP, SGA, not a top 5 player. He's great. He's good. Too many times in the playoffs, he's had bad games, got bailed out by his team. That's a great team. A great team won a championship. He's great. He's 6th best player in the NBA. We're acting like that's a diss. No. The 6th best player, SGA. It's cool. He's going to get to the rim. He's going to give you your 28, 30. Like to see the playmaking is going to be good, not great. Defense, good, not great. He's actually takes some plays off defensively. People got to really watch the tape. So give me SGA at 6, though.
You just made the list.
SGA at 6 is so unpatriotic of you.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Ridiculous. They're gonna take away your Canadian citizenship and deport you.
Deport me where? Where are we going now?
Know where you're going, but it ain't gonna be here. I'll tell you that. SGA at 6 is crazy talk. Okay. Your GOAT, by the way, had a bunch of bad games and got bailed out by his team. But anyways, number 6 for you, Chris.
At my number 6 spot, I have a guy who's on the rise. someone who I used to hate on a ton. Actually, I feel like he was crowned too much beginning, but I do have Anthony Edwards at number 6. Yeah, like the whole like, the next Jordan thing didn't really sit well with me against the Nuggets because he played a ton of bad games. But no, this year he more than redeemed himself. He played awesome in the playoffs. Totally, like it totally kicked LeBron and Luka to the curb. Like was the best player in that series. Made second team All NBA this year. Is proving himself to be a player for us. Led his team to the back-to-back Western Conference Finals and could very well. I think for the next decade you might see a Wemby versus Ant rivalry.
That's a great pick at number 6 because he is the best shooting guard in the NBA.
Yes.
And he is going to be the best guard in the NBA soon. Not yet. A couple more years. Anthony Edwards went in the offseason last year, worked on his 3-point shooting, came back and was phenomenal from 3. This year, went and worked on his post fade a la Kobe and Jordan and worked on his mid range, which for those of you analytics guys who don't actually watch basketball will know winning basketball teams in the playoffs dominate the mid range, whether it's just shooting efficiency, playmaking, everything that occurs inside that mid range is super important in the playoffs. So that's going to give him a new phase to his game. The only thing I hope he can do better, because he said he worked on his shooting out of. I hope he can play make out of there because he would be with his athleticism and his 3-point shot. That one dribble he can either pull up or dump it down or kick it to the corner. If he can add that piece to his game, that team's going to be, and he is going to be significantly more dangerous. So Anthony Edwards at number 6. Number 5.
So yeah, 5. Right what you said. Anthony Edwards going to be firmly in the MVP conversation. Like you said, it's going to be the best guard in the league. Offense, defense. We're talking about big moments in the playoffs. Shoot the 3 ball, get to the rim. I'm trying to figure out what he really needs to work on. I mean, he has a lot. The playmaking, that's what it is. Yes, Anthony Edwards is better than that shit, without a doubt. Give me Anthony Edwards all day, every day, twice on Sunday, on every single team in the league. Matter of fact, ask any GM, ask any coach who they're taking. Anthony Edwards, SGA, give me Anthony Edwards every single time.
Have you called every single GM and they've told you that they take Anthony Edwards over SGA?
Fact, SGA is closer to Devin Booker than he is to Anthony Edwards.
Wow.
You don't believe that. You don't
I
believe
100% believe that. 100% believe that.
You have Booker at 10. You have Booker at 10.
Yeah.
SGA at 6.
Yeah.
And Anthony Edwards at 5. So by your own math, he's closer to SGA.
Well, so maybe that top 5, the gap could be huge. That gap could be huge.
Oh, so 10 through 6 is close, and then the gap between 5 and 6.
That gap could be huge. We'll go with that logic.
Wow.
That gap could be huge. But give me Anthony Edwards. Look, defensively for sure better than SGA. Getting to the rim better than SGA. Finishing at the rim better than SGA. Passer, playmaker, I think I'll give the edge to SGA, but I think both are good. I think SGA is okay or good at it. The weakest part of Anthony Edwards' game is the playmaking and passing. I think he has to figure, especially when he gets double teamed.
When SGA comes to hang out with us, as you know, he's an alum of where I coach. You are not invited.
I got big love for it. I keep the same energy. I'll let SGA know I got love for you. You're doing your thing. But, I'm going to just let her know some of the weaknesses in the game where he can improve a little bit. And you'll see it this year, too, when defenses maybe adjust to him a little more. I think it'll be a lot more obvious. Hey, what? Hey, Anthony, he's trying to be the nice guy right here. He can go do something in the offseason. He wants to be the nice, humble guy.
Anthony Edwards is nice.
He's trying to turn a new page. He wants to turn a new page. He going the nice, humble route, get some sponsors or something. He's trying to, add that to his.
That I don't believe for 1 second.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Number 5, Chris.
At my 5 spot, I got the other young and up and coming guy. I got Victor Wembanyama. I know that people, including Chilltown, said like by the way, by the merch.
Let's see that.
Yeah,
I didn't know you got it. Let's see.
Yeah,
you better call your mother. How is it? It looks good. Is it fit okay?
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
And suppliers. And it's supposed to be a higher quality of shirt. Is it or no?
It's fine. Yeah.
Right?
I'll also let you know. I also bought my merch for my show the other night, so that'll be coming in hopefully soon.
Yes, I know.
You saw that. Good. Okay, so Anyway, so anyway, Chilltown said in his TikTok that he doesn't believe that Wemby has done nearly enough to be a top 5 player. But that being said, again, this is a projected list.
Yeah, we're projecting.
Yeah, so we're projecting, and Wemby proved last year that he was near first team All NBA level. He was like 5th or 6th in MVP odds. Before he got hurt, he was the running away and a favorite to win DPOY. The Spurs weren't great, but obviously they just totally collapsed once he left, and they built a better team. Obviously, they traded for Fox. They just drafted Dylan Harper. I feel like they made another move besides that too. I could be wrong though, but regardless, okay, Stephon Castle is going to continue to develop. They have a great team right now, and I don't know what their ceiling is now, but their ceiling is very, very high for the future.
Number 5 for me, if you promise and you're honest with yourself and you promise to compare not only his statistics, which are impressive, but also watch games, which you will, and look at what he does night in and night out without comparing him to himself, previous versions of himself, you will see
LeBron James
is the number 5 best player in the NBA. And he was better than that last year, but because you were comparing him to his own previous self, you knocked him. Don't pretend his name is Bob Sura and see him play like that and tell me how you rate him, because you'll rate him differently because of his name. So
That's a fair point. That's a good argument. That's a good argument. Change his name, look at someone else. I like that. And people say Fluent a hater. Maybe he ain't a hater, guys. Maybe he ain't. So
basketball savant. Number 4.
I'm gonna go off again, just one spot ahead of where I think Chris has him here. Give me Victor here. I think the Spurs are real close. The Spurs could have an OKC type jump where they just shock the world to finish like 5th or 4th in the West. I just think Victor, he takes that jump. Like you got Fox there, like I said, you got Harper there. Like if everything works out, everyone stays healthy. That's just a very, very dangerous young team. And again, with Victor, I mean, he's the kind of superstar I think that's very rare in today's day and age with social media and all that. Very focused on basketball, doesn't care about the fame, the ads or any of that. Just wants to focus on basketball. What he's doing in the off season, hanging out with the shallow monks. Yeah, monks over there doing his thing. He's just a different breed. So if he takes a jump, and again, I think people forget Fox is still like a all NBA caliber type player. Like he's a guy who can, be in that conversation for, top guards in the league. So he's going to be great. So the Spurs, very, very dangerous. So give me him number 4.
Yeah, give me a healthy year of those two guys playing together.
Yeah.
In a system and being on the same page at the speed that Fox can, that tempo that he can create. Before you give me your number 4, Chris, I just want to mention, because you had said about the Spurs being an up-and-coming team, this just goes to show you the conference you being in, how much it matters. The Spurs are by most projected to be like a play-in team, right? With upside to move up, but a play-in team based on especially what they did last year, them being young, etc. Tell me if they weren't in the East, we are not saying they have a chance at winning the East.
I think they'd be.
Hey,
I think they'd be top 3. Yeah, maybe behind the Knicks and the Cavs, maybe the Magic. But yeah, definitely top 5. I can tell you that.
That's interesting. So number 4, Chris, you already have Wemby, so it's not going to be the same.
Yeah, number 4, I have your starting point guard Fluent. I do have Luka Doncic, sliding in number 4. I know that some people have him in the top 2. But however, I do think that even though he is a top 2 offensive player in the league, I do think that his defense does move him back a little bit, which I know. And I know for some players that doesn't. For some players, like their defense is like they're like below average, but it doesn't quite take them back. But I do think the Luka's defense is legitimately bad, to where he loses team games very often because of it. So, but that being said, his offense more than makes up for it, and very easily puts him in the top 5, even if he didn't have his best and most healthy season last year.
So you got Luka, Don, Austin, and LeBron, the real big 3. What?
What are they?
Oh, I said the song wrong. Oh, my bad. Who? What
I'm so confused.
They got Luka. They got Luka, Don, A. Reeves, and LeBron, the real big 3. That was close.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I was close enough. Where were I? Don't even remember where we were. Number 4. I got my countryman, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is the best player, healthy, in the East, and that's why if the Bucks are gonna succeed, because of him. If they fail, because of him. There's a handful of teams that I can say that for, not many.
But they're going to fail because of him, honestly.
This is no. If he's like hurt and he's out, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he will dictate how this team goes. So Giannis at 4, offense, defense. He's got it all, and his brother's going to be there by his side, so he'll be motivated. That's number 4. Number 3, Jaylon.
3. I got we got the slim fit version of Luka Doncic this year. Look, I mean, he should be the guy for the Lakers. We know what Luka can do. Hopefully, he steps up on. I think his defense last year really was exploited, especially in the playoffs. So, I mean, if he could kind of step that up here, I think he can bring him into conversations with the other 2 that I'll have on top. But Luka Doncic, look, in the conversation for best offensive player in the league, him and Jokic can go back and forth that one. Can score in every way possible. Not much more to say. He's Luka Doncic. Going to be a top 3 player in this league over the next decade.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful pick.
At my 3 spot, I do have the correct placement for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You want to say the 3's too high, but he is at a minimum top 4 player in the league. The best driver in the league. Elite scorer. Probably, in my opinion, probably the best scorer in the league. People call him a free throw merchant all you want, which I've been.
He's the better scorer than Luka Doncic.
Yes.
I
for one have been very critical of his foul baiting. But that being said, these past 2 playoff runs, they didn't go far in the playoffs last year, but he played well enough for them to go far. And this year just made up for it. The league MVP led his team to 68 wins. Like it was mostly because of the defense, but he was a large contributor to that. And there were some nights where he backed the offense, given that's also because 2 of his centers were out the entire year. So the Thunder, one of the best teams of all time this year, and SGA was the main reason for that, winning MVP. So very easily top 4, and you can make the argument top 2, but I have him at number 3.
The only reason Luka Doncic is coming in at number 3 for me, the only reason is that he's on a team with 2 guys, the second and third best player on the team, that need the ball in their hand to be their most effective. That doesn't mean they can't play off the ball. What it means is they're at their best when they have the ball in their hands. They're at their best, because people don't understand when I say I don't like blue, or I like blue better than red, it doesn't mean I hate red. I have this fight all the time with someone. It doesn't mean that just because I like one over the other doesn't. So for them to be at their best, both LeBron James and Austin Reeves, it's when the ball is in their hand.
Tony,
yes.
Keep going. Yeah, I was about to bring something else up. Go ahead.
If he, so Luka Doncic is at number 3 for me. I think that's going to be, like I said, I think he'd finish higher if he was on a team that, the other 2 best players on the team, second and third option, weren't at their best with the ball in their hand. So Luka Doncic at number 3 for me. Yes, go. You were going to.
Oh no, you used the red versus blue example. If you really wanted to get people watching the show on social media, they would have liked the OSU hate waffles reference. Do you know what I'm talking about there?
No, what's that? Tell me about that.
It's literally just like Twitter is a crazy place because you could just be scrolling through social media and then someone will tweet out, "I love pancakes," and then the first reply will be, "OSU hate waffles." No, that's not what I'm saying at all. So yeah. It's like a meme. Like whenever someone says something that's totally irrelevant to the topic, they're like, someone would just reply, "Oh, so you hate waffles?" Yeah, so
yes. Oh, so you hate waffles? Yes. I do not, but yes, yeah. Oh, I like that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
All right. So that happens quite often. Number 2,
I got the best 2-way player in the league, the Greek Freak. Give me Giannis at this spot here. Talk about it. He's one of those guys I just feel like just gets overlooked every year. He has a bit of the Shaq syndrome. I just think too big, too dominant. The numbers get overlooked because of that. It's just, I mean, if you look at his past 5 years, just offense, defense, it's just insane. The rebounding, the scoring, the playmaking, like he does it all, right? And while giving you all NBA caliber defense, it's just it's not something you see, throughout NBA history. Very few players can say that when dominating offensively and defensively at his level. So give me Giannis at number 2.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yes, sir. Chris.
Yeah, I also got Giannis at number 2.
What the hell?
Unfortunately, has not played in many playoff games the past 3 seasons. But that being said, and you can implement the Justin Herbert, as Tony says, the Justin Herbert syndrome, saying like, oh, it's not his fault. But in this case, it actually isn't his fault. He's been playing at an MVP level for the past 7 years. So in my opinion, the second best power forward of all time, puts up crazy numbers. Not as good as a defender as he used to be.
Already the second best power forward of all time?
Yes.
Not mad at it.
And we can visit this another day. But at the end of the day, I don't think that neither KG nor Dirk or even Malone in that sense like have as good of a 7-year stretch that Giannis is on right now, which I think 7 years is plenty.
I mean, Duncan hasn't had a 7-year stretch in the regular season.
Honestly, we can revisit that another day. But Giannis has been an MVP candidate for the past very long time now, and I think he has earned the benefit of the doubt, especially with how bad of a hand he's been dealt.
All right, number 2, I think SGA, who won the MVP, won the scoring title, won the Finals MVP, won a ring, is going to be better this year than he was last year.
Yeah.
I think he takes a step up, and he is at number 2 for me, for all the reasons you guys said. Wherever he was for you guys, all of those things are true. Plus, I think he gets a little bit better as well.
I mean, it'll be interesting what Jalen Williams does. I don't know if Jalen Williams takes a jump, if Chet takes a bit of a jump offensive too. So even though
I think Chet will. I think Jalen Williams might plateau. I don't think he goes up or down, but I think Chet will take a more active role in the offense. But I think that opens up some stuff for SGA. That's why I think he gets better, because the more people in that offense that can hurt you offensively, the less they're able to focus in on him. And it's a good team. You mentioned it. Like, they won because that's a good team, and a deep team. That only helps him, right? He doesn't have to go out and do everything every night. He doesn't have to play crazy, 40 plus minutes. He doesn't have to do that for them to win. So he's going to be fresh. He's going to be versatile in what he can focus his attention on, depending on each game to game. So I think that gives him an advantage this year. All right, so we're going number 1. Do you have it written down? Can you just list off yours? Just go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then give your 1, and then Chris, do the same thing when it's your turn.
All right. 10, Devin Booker. 9, LeBron James. 8, Steph Curry. 7, Kevin Durant. 6, SGA. 5, Anthony Edwards. 4, Victor Wembanyama. 3, Giannis. Yeah, 3. No, 3. I had Giannis 2. Hold on.
You have Luka 3.
Luka 3. Yeah, sorry. Luka 3. Number 2, Giannis. And number 1. I guess everyone has to say number 1. We're going with, a guy who's, I think, now firmly in top 10 all-time discussions with Nikola Jokic. Arguably the greatest offensive player of all time. What he's been doing now, essentially for the past 6-7 years. All-time status. Offensively just has no weakness in this game, except I guess you could say a little bit of mobility. Even defensive, I think his defensive shortcomings are a little over exaggerated for Nikola Jokic. I just think he's one.
Don't assume we all have him at number 1.
Yeah, okay, I got you, no doubt. But yeah, when it comes to Jokic, the playoff performance is there, regular season performance is there. Super consistent. There's just no defensive game plan to really stop him. You can try to be physical, but even then, he's still going to put up mediocre 25, 8, and 8. That's kind of when your bad game is 25, 8, and 8. You're doing something right. So give me a Jokic at 1.
All right, Chris, run it down.
Yep. At number 10, I have Anthony Davis. At number 9, I have Steph Curry. At number 8, I have LeBron James. At number 7, I have Kevin Durant. At number 6, I have Anthony Edwards. At number 5, I have Victor Wembanyama. At number 4, I have Luka Doncic. At number 3, I have SGA. At number 2, I have Giannis. And at number 1, I do have Nikola Jokic as well. I agree with everything Jalen said. One of the best offensive players of all time. Jack of all trades, one of the best passers of all time. One of the best offensive rebounders of all time. And when he needs to, he scores. He scores like over 26, 27 points a night when needed. Dropped over 30 points per game in if I'm mistaken, in the finals in 2023, and nearly carried his team to beating again one of the best teams of all time in the Thunder. So he is a very good supporting cast now. His best backup center of all, his best backup center in his career in Jonas Valanciunas, and I think he's going to have an awesome season. He will likely be my pick to win MVP this year, but the Nuggets are likely going to be my pick to win the finals this year as well.
And for everybody in the comments saying what he did, he lost this, he lost that, we are projecting this year. So what they did is not what they're going to do. So here's my 10. And yes, I'll just go through it because I already gave you the reasons why. At number 10, Jayson Tatum. Number 9, Steph Curry. Number 8, Anthony Davis. Number 7, Victor Wembanyama. Number 5,
LeBron James.
Number 4, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Number 3, Luka Doncic. Number 2, SGA. And number 1, Nikola Jokic.
It makes sense. I mean, who else really going to be number 1 right now?
I set you up okay, can you explain, which brings us to this, can you explain how Jokic has won, since we all haven't won, when he was terrible against great defenses, stopped by Zubac, and the Thunder, averaged 7 turnovers in 3 straight games against OKC, shot 9 times in a game 7. So if I were to find a player, pick your player, Fake Talk, that is the greatest of all time. Pick anyone, and I guarantee you I can find that stretch for them. So does that mean they're not the greatest? And does that mean that going into next season he won't be the best player? He is the best player in the NBA. Losing a game happens. Losing a game is also not completely his fault. It's a team game. But to all of your points, what he does offensively, playmaking, scoring, taking up space, the gravity that everybody loves so much, all of that stuff. Yes, is he great? Is he great on defense? No. But is he the turnstile that we make him out to be? Also no. He's got a big body that can alter shots or make people change their minds sometimes about doing certain things. And surprisingly, for his size, he actually averages quite a good number of steals, which just goes to show, because he's got very good quick hands, which is why he's so good offensively in playmaking. So so here you go. Just quickly, you'll say MJ. Okay, MJ had horrible shooting nights. MJ had multiple turnover games. MJ turned the ball over in a crucial game against the Orlando Magic and played horrible down the stretch that cost them the series. You can do it for any player.
And if the only guy you're going to mention is MJ, who's in the top 2 player of all time, greatest, second, whatever you want. If that's the guy you're going to mention, then Jokic is in that top 10.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the only guy.
Yeah.
And to address the last comment, I'll show it. Don't you value two-way players? What's the bigger offensive gap between Giannis or the defensive gap? And to that, I actually it's not only, in my opinion, just the offensive and defensive gap. It's also the availability issue as well. Giannis has been a little more injury prone the past couple of years. And that being said, though, I do think I'm in the minority. I don't even know if I'm in the minority, actually. I do think that the gap on offense is a little bigger, just because I do think that Jokic's playmaking is on another level to Giannis's. Even though Giannis isn't a bad passer, but Jokic is just like an all-time great passer, all-time great scorer. And
when people say the gap between offense and defense is bigger, let's be honest with ourselves. Two-way matters to me, and I care about defense. I do. However, I'm not stupid. Not saying you're stupid or anybody's stupid, but if you had a guy that had 0 offense and was a 10 on defense, let's say Dennis Rodman,
Rudy Gobert,
or Rudy Gobert, and a guy that is a 0 on defense and a 10 on offense? Steph Curry?
Give me the offense every day.
Which one do you have rated higher? And I know 10 out of 10 times you have the offensive guy rated higher. So what does that mean? It means that offensive ability is weighted more than defense because on offense, you say the gap is bigger, but it's actually I disagree because offense, he's the better shooter, the better scorer, the better playmaker. So he does 3 things better than the Giannis, who's a better defender. Now, we both have Giannis top 3, 4, and Jokic at 1. So the gap isn't that big of where we have them ranked. But yeah, I'm going to take the offense. Everyone's going to take the offense over defense because offense is more important. I say this too. Scoring is more important than assists. Offense, just those, a steal is more important than a block. Do you know why a steal is more important than a block? Steal changes possession. Yeah. A block doesn't necessarily change possession because you can block it out of bounds and it's still their ball. You can block it to their own teammate. It didn't do anything. It's net zero. So when we say stuff like, don't you care about two-way players? It irks me because I'm like, it's not the same thing, right? Like if Jokic is a 10 on offense and Giannis is a 8, is that fair?
Yeah.
And Giannis is a 9 on defense and Jokic is a 7? It's like, no.
That's a little generous.
A 6? A 6?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. But the thing is, it's not like that. It's more like Giannis is a 9, Jokic is a 6, and on offense, Jokic is a 20. And Giannis is, and so the gap becomes bigger because it's weighted more.
And to put it in simpler terms, a player can impact a game on offense more than a player can impact a game on defense, and like individually. So like that's why offense, because people say offense is more important than defense. No, it's their offense and defense are equally important, but players can impact them in their own ways. That's what I think that's the better way to put it.
Sure.
And the thing is,
how about this? I have a stat for you. Mm-hmm. The team that scores the most points wins 100% of the games.
It's true.
100.
Yeah, always.
And the thing with the offensive gap, though, people look at the counting numbers, like Giannis points, rebounds, and Jokic points and rebounds. Essentially like the same. Jokic has a bit of a slight bump with assists, right? 3 or 4 more assists. But when you look at the counting numbers, they'll say that, but it's different. Like the 30 points Jokic gets you in the playoffs with what he does while commanding the defensive attention away from his teammates. It's just very different, right? You have to watch the games to understand why Jokic's 30 and 11 is more impactful than Giannis's 30 and 11 on the offensive end.
Right.
Whew.
Yeah. Let's address this last one actually, because like someone else said it earlier, but Giannis equals Duncan, and Jokic equals Dirk. I can't get more with that personally.
Giannis equals. No.
I think Jokic is far more significant.
The biggest thing for that one is that defense was more important back then. So Duncan was the best defender of his time. First, Giannis isn't I know that Giannis is an elite defender, but he's not on the same level as Duncan. And Duncan was the better defender in the better defensive era as well. So
was he better than Ben Wallace? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. But and then I also think that Jokic is at least a tier above, maybe even 2 tiers above. I think 1 to 2 tiers above, honestly, and above Dirk as well. So like that's the difference there.
Yeah, I agree. What else is in the news? Anything else, you guys? Before we got the top 10 done. We did our hour, but is there any other before the season starts? Anything?
What do you call it? Like obviously, like the restricted free agents finally signed with their teams. Kuminga with the Warriors, Quentin Grimes with the Sixers. Yes, it will be. But however, I do think the Sixers made the right decision because I don't think the Quentin Grimes is worth all the money that he was asking for.
No. I meant Kuminga with the Warriors.
100%. Yeah. In that case, 100%.
You think that's going to be an issue because he didn't want to? Yeah.
I mean, it was an issue the past year. Like I don't know how much more of an issue it could be, but I can't imagine it got better.
Did you sign him to trade him?
Because now he's still coming off the bench.
He's going to be I would imagine so. Yeah. Well, he's not eligible to be traded until December, probably maybe January. Yeah, December. Yeah.
I think he wants to be a starter. He wants a little bit more usage. Really wants to be a guy.
Should play better.
Well, I feel like the Warriors might play him a little more to try to get trade value out of him because they tried to get him because they turned down the deal for Malik Monk and to pick up him, if I'm not mistaken.
But Al Horford is going to take away some minutes from him. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, probably, but I don't like. Well, like it's Horford, Draymond, and Jimmy. Like, they're all 100, and all, and I don't even know Horford and Jimmy are injury prone, and then Draymond is ejection prone. So, like all those guys, Kuminga should eat up some of those minutes.
Oh, there you go. What do you think of the WNBA commissioner saying that the girls are lucky to have the WNBA to play in? Did you guys see that?
Well, one, I don't think it's by Collier. To me, putting a discussion I have with the commissioner of the league, putting it out there like that in the way she did, I don't think it's that professional. I don't think that's professional in any sort of setting. I don't think it should have been done like that. It should have been kind of handled behind the scenes. What she says in terms of, she should be lucky she had a platform. I mean, she's not. It's a little excessive, but she does have a point in the sense of this platform does give female basketball players, the ability to showcase their skills to a wide audience. So, and her job is to represent the owners and the league. So she's going to kind of value that more than what the players are. So I don't think.
Where do you think the WNBA would be if all the players left and went and took more money in Europe?
They will just get a new batch of players.
Oh, you think it's just
I think look, if I
amount of players that can come in and play?
There's a lot of women basketball players who wish they could play who simply don't get drafted because they're not good enough. But if the product is there, they have the TV deals, put it out there, and people want to watch it. That's like the whole thing when people say, what if all the NBA players just go, how hard it is to set up infrastructure, to set up a league, to set up TV deals and all that, and have people watch? Like, the NBA would just replace you. There's plenty of great players. Sure, they're not going to be, as good, maybe, but
if every starter in the league, okay, if the 150 starters walked out of the NBA, it would fold. The league would fold.
No.
Yeah.
If I started a league in Saudi Arabia, if I started a league in Saudi and said, okay, I want the 150 current starters and I'm going to pay you $1 billion each, because that's what they're going to do, $1 billion each, and they all go.
Yep.
That the league is done. No one's watching.
Those get more players. You know how many players are in college who want to be in the NBA?
Well, like Jalen,
you're good. You can say the product might dip a little bit.
Jalen, they're not watching the players now.
That's my point.
But I think you guys are undervaluing, the value of the Lakers, the Knicks, the people supporting their hometown team. Like, those things matter. That's what every generation goes by. Like,
when the Lakers were bad,
people still watched.
No, they didn't.
They still watch relative to
No, not enough to keep the league going.
Oh, I thought talking about like when Jeremy Lin was on the team with Julius Randle.
When Kobe was on the team, they weren't. Nobody was watching. I got tickets to a bad Laker game against the Raptors. Now Kobe dropped 81, but they were both 500 sub 500 teams. It was empty, and no one was watching on TV. And if I said. And that's with Kobe there. If LeBron said and Luka, just think about the star power and KD and Steph and all these guys said, "Hey, we're out," and at the same time, this other league airs their games. No one's watching this. No one's watching it. Why would you? You're saying if they left and they went nowhere? No. I'm saying if they left and went to another league and played, and now it's Friday night, 8:30, or what's today? Thursday night, 9:00, and there's a game on right now. Who are you going to watch, Jalen? Are you going to watch? Who's your favorite? Do you have a favorite team? I don't know if you have a favorite.
It'd be the Raptors or LeBron.
Okay. So you got the Raptors, and they're starting. Who's their bench? Their starters might as well be their bench. They're terrible. You got Grady Dick and O'Shea and whoever else starting, but you have the Qatar Raptors. And they've got a team that's starting Scotty Barnes, Brendan Ingram, Emmanuel Quickly. We use the exact same player. That's their starting five, and they're playing against the Lakers with Luka and LeBron.
Or they're playing against a team with the same players as the Lakers, but not.
Which one are you watching? Are you watching the Raptors bench against the Lakers bench, or are you watching the Raptors starters against the Lakers starters?
So I'm probably watching the Raptors.
Look,
wait, the same thing with soccer though. Look, Cristiano Ronaldo with Al Daid, or the team that he plays for right now, Manchester United is a way worse team, but they're still getting millions and millions of more viewership than that team. Because there's a fan base, there's a culture, there's a following.
That's totally different.
Obviously, okay, yeah, but you're saying again, what you're saying is they take every starter. You're saying like this is a grand
150 starters.
Yeah,
all 150 starters, and now it's Lakers against Raptors, Saudi version versus Lakers and Raptors bench version. Which game are you honestly watching?
I'm gonna go watch LeBron and all that. I don't know if I'm following for the season. Like I'll check it out, be like, what's this league? It's cool, see what it is. But I still think having the brand name of established leagues like the NFL, NBA, NHL, that still matters. Where like if the players leave, okay, but I do think players coming in.
The NBA is only the best because the best play here. The second the best go play somewhere else, it's no longer the best.
That's fair. That's fair too.
So what? Yeah. So she's playing with fire in the WNBA because
she does. All the players are just going to be like, we're going to leave and go to Europe.
No, but I think if you lose Asia, Caitlin, Angel, like 5 to 10 of those ones, you're cooked. You're done.
And where do you think they would go? Just to Europe?
Europe. Yeah, Europe pays so much more.
No, of course, Europe pays much more.
Really?
So much more. And here's the thing, and this is why I say it's mutually beneficial. They both need to get along because for the players, for someone who's played overseas, let me tell you, it sucks. How you want to play here. So Chill and I talked about this on Tuesday. You want to play here. So the players are lucky to have a league in the US where they can play close to home. But the WNBA has to also realize there's other options that pay more, and they better be careful or they're just going to go bankrupt. And maybe that's okay. Maybe they don't care enough about it. But if they want a league, they should figure it out. This is for Jalen, should white people for Halloween dress up as the Jamaican bobsled team?
Fluent chill, you can call it how it's played from the field to the court. Every leg is weighed. Fourth quarter heat, over 2-minute drill. If you can't handle truth, better chill with the skill. LeBron or MJ.